let's talk about Tiger.
Let's talk about Tiger for sure.
Surprising everyone for a number of reasons.
I mean, can we talk about the shoes too at some point?
We got to talk about the shoes.
Okay.
Right? So one thing, you got to think Tiger at this point, money is no object, obviously.
Sure, right.
He just wants to win. He's going to do whatever it takes. So we had heard, and again, a lot of this is just, rumblings that you hear from the media that are there and around, because not a whole lot is coming out of Tiger. He's kind of been a little bit quiet on it. You see him, he's just going through his process. But we know that he had basically been experimenting with some different shoes. We had heard him, a little bit about saying that. But when we first heard that, you and I just thinking, okay, well, maybe something different things within the Nike line.
Yep.
Because Tiger's been with Nike since 96.
1996.
So this would be a huge change for it to see him not wearing the Nikes. And but he's putting a premium on the most important thing right now is making sure that he can walk, because we've seen him be able to swing. We saw it at the PNC. We saw that last November, but he's using a cart. And now they talk about the strain that it's going to put on the body to walk for 4 days. So obviously footwear is going to be an important thing for him. He had been experimenting, and he appears just out of nowhere to the practice round on I think it was Sunday when he first had them on. He comes out and he's got the FootJoy Premier Series, the Packards on.
Yeah.
To, I think, everyone's surprise.
And everyone just thought at first they were just the straight up Tiger black Nikes. He always
he had them all blacked out.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I'm sure they're already sold out everywhere after you see Tiger.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now.
Strutting out
They
there
are
with them
pretty
on.
looking shoes too.
They are. But it's interesting to see him kind of move away from his usual apparel sponsor, in a decision that's clearly a performance-based decision to be able to be out there, be comfortable, and play. And I saw a lot of comments on it and people just weighing in on their own experience with, the Nike shoes versus the FootJoy shoes. Regardless, though, I think it even took Nike a little bit by surprise, because they issued a statement.
Yeah, but is this a bad look for Nike, though?
I don't know.
Well, I think
Yes
their
and no.
statement was very plain, vanilla.
Oh, I'm not talking about
supportive.
the statement. I'm just saying the fact that Tiger's not in Nike shoes.
It does show that he's seeking a more comfortable shoe.
But like
for his
Nike, like they're
health?
they're a shoe company. They pride themselves
So
on
is
their
FootJoy.
shoe. I know.
so-
That's what I'm saying. Like Nike's a shoe company. If they can't provide a good enough shoe for the greatest golfer,
I
of all
think he
time.
would do the same thing with golf ball. I think if he was hitting the golf ball wrong, he would seek out other golf. I don't know.
Like I said, it's going to be tough to say, but I think in this case, like I said, it's what's going to physically get him through, 4 rounds. He needs something that he can get him through and walk on, in his particularly delicate condition. So I don't know, but I'm trying to pull it up. I don't know if you have it, Zach, the statement that FootJoy put out. I'm sorry,
Nike?
the statement that Nike put out. We actually haven't seen anything from FootJoy.
I do not have the Nike statement.
I
I think they just to summarize it, they just said we still plan to be behind Tiger, and take care of his needs, to get him through and whatever, which just basically is saying listen, if you need to wear those shoes this week to get through, we're behind you.
Yeah, they basically said that we're
have
just
the
happy
pads.
to see Tiger back out on the golf
That's it.
course.
We're just happy to see Tiger out
Right.
there.
I'm trying to even find the article on Golficity here where we had talked about it, but it was, I think, no doubt that it felt like to me a statement of support, but a statement of clearly being taken a little bit by surprise. What else are you going to say? We
Right.
think it's, paraphrasing here, we think it's great what Tiger had done, and, we're here to support him type of thing. If we can find it, we'll pull it up. But I don't know. I think it's something it sent waves, obviously through the golf rumor community. Everyone's talking about
It was electric, man, when people saw that.
Yeah.
Because we think Nike and Tiger, they just go hand in hand.
Well, it begs the question, what is a player's responsibility to their sponsor?
It's a great question. I don't know. I mean, we saw things in the past
Here's the statement. We'll get it real quick. It
Let's
says,
see, go ahead.
Nike statement, like golf fans around the world, we are delighted to see Tiger back on the course. He's an incredible athlete, and it's phenomenal to see him return to the game at this level. His story continues to transcend the sport and inspire us all. As he continues his return, we will work with him to meet his new needs.
Basically, that last line just means I understand you need something that we can't offer you.
Yes.
So we'll still offer you. We're going to help you with the pants and the shirt and the hat. And that, I
no,
mean,
it sounds like
he was still wearing. He was still
of course
fully
he was still fully
decked out.
Nike'd out.
It sounds like from a footwear standpoint, they might have been caught off guard that they didn't have something that can meet his unique needs right now in his rehabilitation. And as such, they're going to work hard to get something. But it's Masters Week. That's it. The clock is ticked out. If you don't, you got to be ready. And he's going to wear what he needs to wear. But
you 100% have to put a premium on the shoe you're wearing when you're walking a course like that many times a week, and you have back and leg issues.
Yeah,
shoes are key.
But that's what I'm saying. It comes down to what ultimately is the responsibility of professional athletes.
Have we seen this before happen?
I
remember
sure
like
it's happened somewhere.
Bubba was a little different. He switched from Titleist to Volvic, signed a contract, and then just couldn't play with the ball and went back.
And he left it. And he made a statement saying that it just wasn't the fit.
But he didn't show up. That's like you coming into work today with a TaylorMade hat on. I'd be like,
right. Well, look, I mean, it's the reality is like with the Bubba situation, he said it. He said it wasn't a fit for him, and he ultimately chose performance over the deal. Now, I don't know what the stipulations and the money was of the deal of one versus the other.
I'm sure the deal was completely squashed at that point. It doesn't look like anything's going to be squashed.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I think Tiger, we're going back to 1996, Tiger and Nike have too tight of a relationship to be destroyed over one thing. I don't think it'll be destroyed over that in any regard. But again, it keeps raising that question. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. What is the responsibility of an athlete to their sponsor, especially if it in some way becomes a performance issue?
It's interesting, yeah.
And in Tiger's very specific case, if he has a certain need to be able to have footwear that'll help him do exactly what's holding him back right now, which is be able to walk for 4 rounds, what is the responsibility there? Does he, because I think ultimately, if it came down to Tiger couldn't play if he wore his, and I'm not saying this is the case, I'm just making a hypothetical. If it said Tiger couldn't play because he was wearing his Nikes, right? Versus Tiger could play if he's in his FootJoys. I think Nike all day is saying, then wear the FootJoys and play.
Right.
They'd rather still see their guy in the field wearing the rest of their stuff.
Of course.
Right? Arguably, it's not the best look that they didn't have a shoe that could get him through.
Right.
And again, I'm saying this in a very hypothetical. We don't know all the answers. Tiger has not come out and talked about it in a press conference. We just saw him wearing it. Everyone makes the references that they make. They jump to the conclusion they jump to, and we have that very vanilla statement from Nike. It's an interesting thing.
What do you think Tiger's going to say? Because he's going to get asked about it.
He's going to.
Today.
It's coming.
Or today we're recording on Tuesday.
It's coming.
In his press conference, he's going to say something. And
I'm curious.
What if he's just like...
He might just say just that.
What if he's just like, it's the number one shoe in golf. Why wouldn't I wear it?
No, I think what you're going to get out of Tiger, most likely, is a statement of some sort of kind of, hey, I tested a lot of different things. My focus, he's going to come back to, he's going to say, my focus is on being able to play. This just was working for me. This is what I went with. I don't think you're going to see some major endorsement. I definitely don't think he's going to slap Nike in the face in any way. I think this is a pure performance decision, one that does not come without some consequences and some questions that are going to be raised. But again, it does beg that question of ultimate loyalty and where that loyalty line can stop when it comes to performance.
What if he just slapped a big white swoosh on the side of the Packards?
I was going to make a funny meme of like everyone in the Nike shoe department, like Google searching FootJoy Versatrax technology, all this stuff to try to make their shoe match.
Spray painting out.
I saw this. I saw this one and it cracked me up. Nope. I'll find it, but it was a funny. Right here.
There was a lot of good ones that came.
Yeah, I think that there were probably a lot of people in the FootJoy offices that were very surprised.
Oh, they must have been dancing.
Yeah, I would think they would be, but it would be like
biggest name in the sport, biggest story of the week.
Yeah, biggest name in the sport, biggest guy in the field. As far as eyeballs goes, and he comes out there wearing your product. I mean, they got to be happy about it, but I think they were taken by surprise because we haven't heard any statement from them.
He signed I think an 8-year extension in 2013, which would have ended last year, worth reported about $200 million. So there's a chance maybe something changed. I don't know.
Maybe he's just a free agent.
Could be a free agent and just
And
still
nobody
rocking his
knows.
Nikes because that's like his thing for life. But the shoes he needed. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, you come back to. I don't want to beat it to death, but come back to saying like, here's a guy who doesn't need the money. Obviously, you think about guys like Koepka. Koepka recently went to Strixon, whatever he's been doing, right? I think it was Strixon. But previous to that, he said, he was even playing a mixed bag of equipment. He wasn't, getting in bed with any one sponsor. He was just going with whatever particularly worked for him. I could see Tiger going that way. However, the Tiger Nike deal, I think, stands above every other golf deal we've ever seen because of the fact that the length of the relationship, how intertwined the two of them were, what that did to change the game in so many ways. So I don't think it's dead.
I don't think it's dead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Tiger, making some moves where he kind of mix and match things or whatever gets him out there.
Always reminds me of the Will Smith accepting the ESPY on his behalf and thanking his sponsors. Little Debbie Snack Cakes, Ticonderoga Pencils, number 2 only. Yeah. It's just like one of the best skits out there. Yeah. It's great.
But I mean, other than that, look, Tiger, everyone's been saying he looks great.
He looks good. He's striping the ball.
He played he played a practice round with Freddie Couples, Justin Thomas, which he's done before. He's played practice rounds with those guys. Freddie was saying, 170 mile an hour ball speed. Tiger was looking good.
We were saying before, put that back up. Look how good Freddie looks.
Yeah, I was saying that.
70?
Freddie's still got it.
Yeah, he's got swagger in his step.
You realize the age difference between
that
Freddie
group?
Couples there and Justin Thomas.
Yeah, there's what 40 something years on him.
Yeah. There's you could do 3
like
Justin Thomas
a full Tiger in between them.
Full Tiger in between.
Freddie's looking good, and that's why I said this the other day when we had our podcast where we talking about the players. I love the lifetime exemptions for some of these guys. It's a treat to see.
It's a treat. And
Freddie back in the field.
I'll tell you right now, I think that's a foursome I would jump on right there. You asked me, pick 3 guys to play Augusta with. It's that photo right there.